And let's see. All right, my mic is on. We are live here. It's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Heartland Defenders. We'll do it live. Let's see here. We got Mike here today. We don't have Jacob. Let's see. Let's get Mike's mic on there. There we go. Yeah, that's a change for once. I hope everybody's good.
I guess I owed him a few, huh?
Yeah, you know. I mean, he is. We'll let you all know he's cooking for Mother's Day.
That's right. He is doing his duty as a good man.
Yes, which is good. And I took my girl dinner, so
nice.
She's listening and is hopefully happy with it.
Oh, she'll let you know.
Or she's gonna roast me right now.
Yeah. It was all right.
But no, happy Mother's Day, everybody. Definitely. Hope you enjoyed it.
She is on there.
Yep.
And Jacob Huner.
Yeah, I almost called him Hunter, but there we go. And there's Mr. Upperman right there.
Oh God.
Uh-oh. Saw him come live. Let's see here. I've got that one open. I've got this one open. Sorry, everybody. I'm kind of.
Yeah, I do not have YouTube on, so
I've got them both open, so we should be good.
So
we got two watching on YouTube, but my Mother's Day just consisted of running around town doing stuff. I don't know.
We did nothing. Yeah. We did nothing for a change. I mean, Susie was gone. She didn't get home till like 1 o'clock last night because she did something down in Springfield or something. And her Mother's Day was like, dude, I don't want to do crap.
Hey, that's the perfect one to ask for, right?
Cool. Yeah, I can do that. So it was all good.
Nice. Yeah, I wish my weekend would have been a little bit better, but we did do the I can't say I wasn't there. What was it again? The Cleveland
Ronald McDonald House. Yeah, that's that was all the three of them basically. Jacob, Dolly, and James. I mean, I came in like the ninth inning reliever and threw a few pitches.
Hey, it was better than me not getting there at all. So.
But no, it was good. Yeah, no, it was cool. There, for people that might be interested, we're gonna do it again, something in the fall. And I think what I'm gonna do this time though. I'm going to make sure it gets out on the public page, and I think we're going to try and make it maybe more of a public event, so it's not just us.
Yeah.
I already talked to some guys at work. I'm going to bring maybe some of my guys from work out. And
nice.
Maybe we'll make it kind of make it up to them with a bigger crowd.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first crowd that we were less than 10, because I know the first two times we had a lot of people. So
yeah, no, it just seemed like it was the perfect storm of everybody was either had something else or got sick or just was like, oh man, I can't, and
working. I saw a few people that had to work.
Toughed it out.
Yeah,
they toughed it out and did a good job. So
right. Well, what stunk is from what I heard, we were the only ones there. They didn't have any other groups.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I didn't even find that out again. Like I was telling you, before we came on, I didn't get the email. I didn't read it until Saturday morning, and I got it the late night before, and it was like, yeah, you guys are going to do that big project. Oh, and you're the only group.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Damn, sorry, Jacob.
Sorry, Jacob. I'm sorry.
So, but, hey. Whatever.
Yeah.
It all worked out in the end.
That's good. I mean, we still did what we went to do, and that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they really did. I mean, they went ahead and tackled the bulk of the big project anyways on their own and did a great job. And, once again, they were happy with us. And so, like I said, the next time we're going to try and do a little better planning and try and get more of the community involved, I think, next time.
Nice.
So...
No, but what is our next thing coming up even?
Well, I mean, probably our next really big public thing would be the Prepper Show in Bowling Green, correct?
Oh, that's right. That is that. Yes, I'm still trying to figure that's the weekend of.
End of June.
When's that weekend?
Yeah. End of June.
End of June.
You owe me, Jacob. Hey, Upperman, when's the date on Bowling Green? Since you're in there piping in, pal.
Yeah, listen to him. You
But
know me.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the last weekend in June. I want to say.
Okay.
Well, we'll get more information out there for you. That's supposed to be a big show. It'll be actually my first time. I know Jacob went a couple years ago to it, but this will be the first time Heartland is nice, Jacob.
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, which I was unaware. I knew it was Saturday, Sunday. I did not realize it's Friday, so I may have to readjust my plans.
Well, I mean, yeah, and that's why I haven't said yes or no yet. I know Jane has asked if I wanted to do it, but I was like, I'm trying to figure out her schedule along with it because she wants to go as well. Whoa, things are moving.
Oh, yeah, there it is. So yeah, June 28th, 29th, and 30th.
Okay.
So, and we have a big booth there. There's going to be all kinds of, speakers and, sounds like training opportunities and, it should be a good show.
So the weekend before the 4th of July weekend.
4th of July weekend.
Because it's June 28th, 29th, 30th, and the following weekend is the 5th, 6th, and 7th of July. So, whoo-wee.
Jacob and I were talking. I mean, our summer's pretty packed as far as with the group and stuff. It's gonna be a long summer, and then
September.
We're gonna cap it off with more at the end of the summer.
I was just about ready to say September 28th. Yeah. I got that one right this time too. Washington D.C. Go to motherofallrallies.com. And you can see what it's like if you haven't been to one. If you don't know what we're talking about, Tommy hosts it. Tommy Gunn, you can catch him on what's one of his pages right now?
Tommy Gunn, Tommy TV. Yeah. I mean, just there's
catch him on YouTube more because Facebook tends to throw him in jail a lot. So.
Yeah, so he's got, you just got to get on there, follow him, and you'll find all his accounts.
Yeah, so definitely check it out. We'll be there. I will definitely be there. Mike will definitely be there. I do believe, I'm speaking for Jacob too, I think he's definitely there too, right?
I don't think you could keep him away.
Aha, especially with Roger Stone going to be there.
Oh, true. Yeah, true. You'll have to get a second opportunity. I'll let him get a picture on his own so he doesn't have to cut me out of it.
Is it Mark Johnson, the other one that was there last year?
Yeah, yes. Yeah. Mark's again. And then, man, I knew I'd forget his name. I just brain farted. But Jermaine, who did not make it last year because his son passed away.
Yes.
In Chicago, I believe. Chicago or Detroit, they live. But he's going to be there. And then the 4Js, they're conservatives out of Chicago, I believe.
Yes.
That's Mark John or not? Yeah, no. Not Mark Johnson.
Will Johnson
and his three buddies that do a show. They have a podcast and
the mind of Jamal J. McCaney and Jermaine Bozio.
Yep.
Guys, if this catches up to you and I screwed up your name, I apologize now.
We have no script tonight, so we're just
other ones on the list is Mark Robinson, Joe Biggs.
Yes.
Ben Bergquam. Yeah.
Yep.
Ashton Whitty, Majori Green. She's going to be there again. She was there last year.
Yep.
Let's see. Ace Baker. Lucretia Hughes. She's also going to be there as well. She was there last year too.
Yeah,
and that's what's listed.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff. I mean, a lot of the same people and probably some new ones.
And that's only what's shown on now. He's got boxes empty for many more speakers to come. Who knows? You might see one of us up there. You never know.
Oh, God, I hope. Yeah, he's offered that before. I don't know, man. We have a hard enough time doing this, much less in front of a bunch of people.
I have enough time. I could write something. When I got asked to do something at the Second Amendment rally, we had like 2 days to write something. I was like, nah, I'm okay.
That's true. I mean, we really don't have much of an excuse this much out. We could probably write some up, but
We're all missing one.
actually, you can just probably by if you wait till towards the middle or end, they'll already be fired up. I mean, you could just pretty much go up there, wave a flag, and they just go nuts.
Just yell America 6 times and wave a
Yeah.
flag. Yeah.
Walk off the stage.
That's all I had to say. Thank you.
Yep, that was it. That's why I'm here, man. America. Later.
Nah, but no, well, so yeah, everybody on this show or that can see online, you can't see what's next to me here. Mike can, and my bug out bag is just puked all over my table, all over everything.
Looks like my office.
Yeah. Well, Jane's gonna tell you this room probably looks like this most of the time, anyways, right, Jane? She's gonna be like, "Yep." But dude, I've got everything in here from extra pads for wounds and stuff to sewing kit, which I don't need anymore now that we've got our suture kits, which is why I'm redoing my bag, because I was like, man, I got the sewing kit in here, and basically it was just going to be a suture kit, but now that I have a suture kit, why do I need it? Which is in here somewhere. I don't know. It's in one of these piles of stuff. Maybe I haven't pulled it out yet.
I dumped my whole bag out when I got home, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go over this again.
Well, and it made me realize when we did our FTX last weekend,
right?
Time just melts together. I was like, well, all the stuff I have in my bag ain't gonna do crap right now because now there's 2 of us.
Right.
I need to prepare to also have another person with me and a 4-legged friend. So.
True.
So when we did our thing,
and my 4-legged friend, he doesn't mean Jane.
No. Jane, that was so him.
It was a softball, Jane. I had to take it. I'm sorry.
Expired MREs. No, there were no expired MREs. I will not touch MREs because I've eaten MREs once. They're gross.
Look at her trying to throw you under the bus.
No, they were freaking expired Cliff Bars because I had a waterproof bin.
Wait a minute. How could you tell the difference of an expired and not expired Cliff Bar anyway?
We didn't threaten open one. We probably should. To see what it looks like.
And I forgot to break out. I had one of those that big giant, nugget bar that you get. That's all the calories you need in one square.
Yeah, it's like it tastes like butter because Heather broke one of the when she won one at the one meeting we had. She broke it open while we were there, and I bit into it, and I was like, it's kind of like just eating like solid hard butter.
Yeah, I forgot mine because I was gonna break it out because there were a few people I knew would be like, "Oh, I'll try it." Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, nah. I couldn't pack enough hot sauce for that thing.
Yeah, I've been backpacking before with one of those, and I'll tell you what, you eat about half of that bar, dude, and you're full.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, you're full.
But you're probably also hating the taste in your mouth because your tongue's waterproof by then.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much want to go lick a tree by the time you're done eating it, but... Yeah. It'll get you through the day.
No, but what I really over the weekend I really enjoyed was the freeze dried stuff.
Dude, that was awesome.
I mean the freeze dried meat I was a little concerned about, but put in the vegetable soup, it was really, really good.
It was awesome. I was shocked. I have not eaten the freeze dried vegetables I've had before because I've had a couple of freeze dried kind of like an Oriental meals. That I've gotten before from I think Mountain House or one of them.
Yeah.
And they were the freeze dried vegetables I always thought were really good, but I never had like meat before. Yeah. That was interesting. It was good. I was shocked.
And then mixed it with the rice. That was really good on Friday night.
Yeah. And I mean really we fed what? What did we figure out? 25 to 30 people were there.
I think it was about. Yeah, between 25, 30, depending on what time you counted during the weekend. Yeah.
Okay, so we fed 2 meals worth in freeze-dried food. So basically 60 meals was $120.
Oh, nice.
So I mean $2 a meal.
Yep. Wait,
I mean,
should have tried the deer. Where was the deer?
tried it. Oh yeah, no, I did not have the. I think that's what Mikey. I think Mikey brought the freeze dried or dehydrated deer. What did
Okay.
they use?
Oh no.
There for their lunch. They did for their lunch.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't remember if was it dehydrated, Mikey, or was it freeze dried? I don't remember. Wait,
Yeah, he'll
I like
catch it in the
Burmese.
next 15 to 45 seconds.
Yeah, true. Sorry about that.
But no, I mean it was good, and that's where I want to start doing. Like I've seen, and I've had Heather actually before she went on her long hike had made some just dehydrated meals
Okay,
before she went on her hike, and she tested one out in one of the in my what was it my though not the jet boil I had, but the other one I had before I took it back, and had the battery pack and stuff in it.
Oh, okay, cool.
But it was really good, and she'd made it just from just straight vegetables she had dehydrated and everything, threw some rice in, threw some spice in, and it was really good. So, but then the packs were really small, so you could pack a whole bunch of them in your bag and not worry about weight. And
Right.
of course, you can regulate your sodium in your food too that way. And he said or dehydrated is what he said.
Yeah, I saw that. So yeah, I mean, I saw the. I remember her talking about those meals she made. So that's. I mean, that's. I've done a few things with my dehydrator, not as much as I want to. I gotta start doing it. But yeah, and the reason we started talking about this is because I like I said, Susan wanted to do nothing today, so we sat around and watched that Naked and Afraid all day, dude. And I'm telling you, I don't know who and how they pick these people, but. And the things they bring, I've learned if you're ever going on that show, you gotta bring either a mosquito net or a ferro rod, because the one chick brought a bow drill and it took her 3 days to light a fire, and I'm like, I mean, who does that? I mean, so why you could look cool?
It was probably the whole, if I bring a bro drill and I act like I can do this great, I'll get on the show for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, they put you in. I don't know how real they are. I mean, I don't know how much real danger you're in because like I said, this big bad dude from Washington who was a big survivalist guy and taught people survival. Day 4, he goes, "Man, I just can't take it anymore. I'm tapping out." I mean, dude wasn't even injured. No, I'm done. I proved what I wanted to prove, which was apparently he's not very good at surviving.
Yeah, because what are they supposed to last? Like 20 days?
21 days. 21 days, dude was there 4 days.
Right.
I'm guessing that when he got home, everybody that signed up for his survival thing had asked for a refund.
Yeah, canceled. Like, yeah, you can't handle 4 days and you're going to tell me how to live in the wild? Hell no.
You can't survive 4 days with a medic crew and a camera crew around the corner. How you going to do it by yourself and teach me?
Well, it was funny. I saw there was one like that as well, where there was this big guy. He was touted as this big survivalist, and was a hunter. Was always out in the wilderness hunting with his big gun, and they showed him with a gun and stuff, and which I was really surprised about. But they showed him with a gun.
I know.
Yep. And there was this short. She was probably maybe mid 5 foot tall at the most. Tiny girl, and this dude, I mean, he made it maybe halfway, complained the whole time, and he just laid in the freaking shelter while she went out and got food.
Oh, dude, that was on today.
Yeah. Yes. She found the snake, because it was like a swampy area, and she finally caught a snake, killed it, and brought it back, and he's like, "Oh, this is great." And I'm like, "You're an ass. Go home." And finally, and it was one of the ones where I was at the gym and watching it, so I couldn't really hear what they were saying but I could see what was going on, and finally he went home, and she lasted the whole time.
Yes. Well, and that was kind of, and which, in all fairness, that was kind of the theme today because it was Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like a bunch of episodes where the dude's basically pussed out and the chick stayed. So I mean, that was kind of the theme. But
Jane just posted, what I hear is he's getting eaten first.
Yes, Jane. Exactly.
Well, look at the flowers. You got to feed the rest of the group.
I mean, I'm not saying anything. There may have been a few people at the FTX that might have been in the same boat. I'm just saying. Look at the flowers.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, it was a good time. I was really upset when we went out mushroom hunting and didn't find a thing. That was a little annoying.
You guys did. Yeah.
And then, but no, from this weekend, I've been seeing everybody up my way finding morels this weekend. So I was like, oh, I might want to go out, but I never did.
Yeah, I've never gone out on my own, so I don't really. That's one skill I definitely need to work on because foraging that stuff. I mean, I know like some of like the berries and stuff, certain things you can eat. But like Eamon and John that go out. I mean, oh yeah, that. Yeah. That ain't me.
Right.
That ain't me. For sure. I'd be like, I don't know, it looks like grass. I think I can eat that, make a salad or something. Yeah. I don't know. It's my skill. But it's something that I think is going to be interesting. I think that with the group, I think we're going to see a little bit more of doing stuff like that, kind of getting teams together to go out and do more of, people that are interested in doing that kind of stuff, maybe more than another thing. I got that survey going with a lot of our members, and
yes,
there's some good feedback. There's going to be some good things coming to the group.
That's
so
good.
Anybody out there who's, watching that isn't a part of the group, which may not be but one or two of you, or if you see this later, definitely, follow along with us, and we're going to try and do, I think, a few more events with the public and get people involved. And you guys should come out and talk to us, see what we're doing. We're doing some good stuff.
I'd like to see us do some more of the maybe doing a table at some of the different county fairs and stuff like that as well, because there's quite a few people that, you catch the right kind of people at the county fairs more than.
True. Well, and you know what? But it's funny. I think there's Ant's on here. I haven't seen him, although him and I were talking about. Apparently, Ant and I have to have a cornhole game sometime soon. I guess we threw out a challenge there.
So, is there money involved?
We haven't gone that far yet, but maybe money, beer, something. We'll figure something out.
All right.
Ammo. I don't know what else can get us kicked off the YouTube.
I know. I've got a few boxes sitting right here.
But yeah, no, but yeah, I mean, I think the more I'm out there, and I've been trying to myself lately talk more and more to people, and I think there's a lot more of us out there than maybe we all realize, and maybe they just don't know. We're just not getting enough reach through, I think, what stuff we're doing, and yeah, we definitely need to get more reach, because I think there's obviously a lot more of us out there than are in the group.
Well, I think there's a lot more of us that are like our group that are out there that just don't know there's a group like us out here, because we're not your militia group that wants you in a certain camo outfit with, I mean,
and I really think that's the attraction of our group. I mean, not that there's some great militia groups out there, but we are something different. And I think there are, like you said, I think there's a lot of people that be really interested in what we do and how we do it.
Mm-hmm.
And we just got to find ways to reach them. And these surveys are giving me actually some of the ideas I've thought about, and I was like, that sounds kind of stupid. And now I'm getting some of these surveys, and people are using the same things. I'm like, all right, maybe I wasn't as stupid as I thought.
Yeah.
So it's going to take us another few months to get things really, kind of tweaked. But I really see some good things coming in the real near future. So, but, we'll see. I mean.
And then for all you that are in the group, make sure you get your surveys in.
Not only, yeah, I mean, get your surveys in and get it, get a hold of your people and get more involved. I mean, I know everybody's got things going on in their life, but I mean, we're really doing a lot of good things, and I think you'd enjoy, and I think we probably need to get out there and do some more family type activities too.
Yeah.
I really, not everybody has a family, but I mean, there's a lot of us out there that, I mean, but you've got probably nieces and nephews, or Jane does, and I mean, people who would be, down for doing more family oriented, whatever, a picnic or day fishing or something.
I know what we did though, picnics last year that were pretty good, and everybody brought their kids, and we had fun. So at least the zone
absolutely.
Up here did.
Yes. Wait a minute here. What do you? House stuff and baby gets older one more time. Yeah, I hear you, Anthony. I mean, that's how it goes. But
I'll admit, mine, my Mikey Red said his is done. Mine is mostly done.
Well, but see, I didn't want people to get out there, and I didn't want people to just, start drawing stick figures, and I really wanted people to think about it. So I don't mind if people are taking their time.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's where the check mark, or the 1 through 10 or whatever. Yes, that's all done. Yes. That was easy. I was like, yep,
right.
yep. But then you got to the ones where I had to actually speak words, and I was like, crap, I got to think about these.
Well, hey, and don't worry about penmanship or spell. I've got plenty of people like, I hate freaking writing. But here goes.
Yeah. Here's my hieroglyphs.
Yeah.
Little guy, a fire.
I write hieroglyphics so I can read most. Nice. So, and if not, my wife's a nurse. I'm sure she's seen worse doctor. I can probably have her translate.
That's true.
You're good.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I mean there is. We're doing a lot of good stuff, and I think people would really enjoy. And part of it's on us too. I don't think we get out, like this last Ronald McDonald House thing. We probably should have really put that more out on the public page,
right?
And tried to get other people involved. And so that part of that is my fault and leadership and not pushing things out more to the public, because obviously there's nowhere to draw more people in unless we push it out past the people that are already in here.
Yeah.
So, of course, everybody could tell a friend or two, or maybe a family member, spread the word a little.
Yeah, or like my family members, they could. But my dad's the one that got me in the group, but he went his own way, and
yeah.
I gave him crap about it for a little while, and he's just like, I'm not feeling it, and I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's still doing stuff. It's just not here.
No, well, of course. I mean, he's got his plan. He's got what he knows what he wants to do, and he's got it set up with his friends and people around him. So he still carries his bag everywhere he goes. I do too.
I know. Every time guys, I've been playing musical vehicles lately. It's like unpacking and packing vehicles every other day. Like, stop it.
Yeah. Now you just need a bag for each vehicle.
It's funny. I'm working on that because I just separated all my stuff finally from Battle Box and all these other things that I've gotten. I've got literally like the big shoe boxes.
Yeah.
Like you name it, I got one full of fire starters, one full of different medical things, one full of suturing and that. I got another one full of knives. I'm like, dude, I could probably put together like 12 bags.
Nice.
I'm like, I don't even know where I got all this stuff.
Oh, and while we're on here, I'm going to give Jane a little bit of crap. Hi, Jane. Here you go. So I was doing something today. I was getting ready to take a shower or something. And I walked over on the other side of the bedroom where I don't normally go. And remember her talking about how she didn't have any flashlights?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen 3 flashlights sitting on a table. And I'm like, how do you not have any flashlights? You've got 3 right here. And, she's at work, so I'm just thinking this in my head. So there you go, Jane.
Nice. Well, she meant with her.
Well, but no, because then she threw me under the bus for not helping her with her bag at all. And, it's been a few months, I'll admit it. And I haven't really, it hasn't been in our top priority right now. But
But how many times has she actually reminded you in that time
a
period?
couple. She's talked a couple
right.
about it. Problem is, you know, there for a while there was a lot of money coming out of my check for things, and so it was more of like I was just barely skating along. But now we're getting back to where we can, you know, spend a little bit of money on a couple of things. So
Well, if you
see.
run short of a few things, I probably got a shoebox worth.
Right.
So,
well, it's like I found my radios the other day and they were both dead. I'm like, dang, I haven't plugged them in since I got here. Holy cow!
that is bad. That's bad.
Yeah, I haven't been playing on the local repeaters.
Well, you know what's fun? You know what? After we did that event in Virginia, though, that was kind of an eye opener with how many of our radios went bad.
Yeah. What, would the batteries die pretty quickly, or?
Well, man, I don't even know if it was batteries. It was, ports where you plug in the headsets. I'm thinking I might start putting some money away and investing in a decent one.
Yeah.
Finally.
Well, I haven't messed much with my, what is it, the Biofang or whatever.
Yeah.
I've got a Watson. And that's the one that I use as my main one. I do have a Biofang too.
Okay.
I got it. Where did I get it? Did I buy it? Did I win it? I don't know. I just know I ended up with a Biofang somehow.
We gave away a couple.
Yeah.
A while ago,
yeah.
So maybe you might have won. I wonder if you won. Did you? You were at the comms thing down in
Yep.
Yeah, we gave a
down
couple
in Columbus.
There.
Yeah, no, I didn't win one there, but I don't know. Okay. I came up with one somehow. I don't remember. Maybe I spent $10, $15 on it. I don't remember. But
yeah, and I guess that's where the more I think about it, it's like, man, it's probably like one of the most important pieces of equipment I have. And it's also probably one of the cheapest pieces of equipment I have, which is probably a bad combination.
Well, I got lucky because I was talking about my Biofang or whatever when I got it at work, and there was a ham guy at work that was like, I can't let you. He goes, he comes to work the next day with a box, and he hands it to me. He's like, here. I'm like, well, how much do you want for it? He goes, no, just take it. I don't want you to go through what I went through with my Biofang. So he did a lot of morning stuff in the morning when it was doing, and still, the air still had moisture particles in it. Okay. And he said he went through like 3 of them because of the mist in the air. So that's where he was like, here. He was like, here's this one, and it's nice, and it was like $100 and some radio, and
it is okay.
I tried to give him money for it, and he still said no. It was like, okay, hey. I tried.
That's all right. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, and that's so that's where I'm gonna have to get with you guys. You guys are definitely more on the radio end, and see, I've got to purchase a decent one. I just have to.
Well, and I am gonna end up buying one like that I can use as a repeater in my vehicle, but I'm not gonna buy one until I get a truck. So. Because I'm not putting all that crap in my little ass Hyundai, and when I'm already planning on getting rid of my Hyundai and finding a truck, because this loading stuff in cars thing is for the birds, and loading it to the roof is not fun.
Understood. Well, and that's what I got. Did you ever get to see Bob's setup that he put together for his car?
No, I didn't. The only setup I got to see was Kennedy.
Oh, Keith's?
Yes, Keith's. Yes. Phew.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw his, the battery pack and everything like that, and that's a nice one. That's a really expensive one.
Oh, is it?
It was like, when I looked at it, it was like $800-900.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, but there was pieces that were made for it, so you could plug a battery pack into it and use it as a remote radio and not just have it in your car. So you could actually pull it out of your car, have a battery pack plugged into it, and run it like a pack radio as well. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Now something like that. Okay. Now, is that something that everybody needs, or is like in each area? If one guy had that, is that enough? Or is that something everybody should work for?
Everybody should at least work for a decent handheld. As for car radio wise, you don't need to spend one expensive enough that it could be a repeater, but you still want to buy a nice one that has enough power that you can reach well past what the handhelds can. So the wattage wise, so that's because you're running 1 watt to 3 watts to the Biofangs will let you go all the way up to like 5 or 7 watts or something crazy like that, which is why they don't sell them anymore, because they don't fall under the FCC of it has to be under a certain wattage. But
and now what without a repeat, or so a unit like that's in a vehicle, take Keith's for example. I mean, is the range infinite depending on how many repeaters you can hit? I mean, what's the major advantage of something like that?
Well, the major advantage is the wattage on it, so then you could actually run the bigger antennas that we had done that dipole antenna that we pulled up in the tree, or actually I think we just hung it on the they wanted to pull it up in the tree, but they couldn't find one that we could do it on, and then so we just put it on the pop-up tent. Right. So then but it gives you the higher wattage and still be mobile, but the benefit is the fact that it is a repeater, so people can use it in the area for longer distance. So the guys with the handhelds that are in the area could communicate with somebody farther outside the handheld range because they're repeating off of the radio. The base radio would be a repeater, and that's why your home base radio you would probably want as a repeater, so it can push and repeat communications out farther than what the handhelds could.
Okay. And now, is that still a lot depend on line of sight as well?
Correct.
Or...
The radio waves do all depend on if there's a mountain in the way. If somebody's on this side down here, they're least likely to pick up radio waves coming from this side of the mountain coming over, because they won't curve around. They'll just go like this.
Gotcha.
They'll cut up the hill, and then the mountain's like here. So yeah. It acts like a shadow, basically. So you would want to you want your repeater up on a hill.
You almost need a repeater at the top of the hill?
Correct. Depending on the direction you're going in, correct. That you want to get your message off to, because if say you're down in a valley and you have two hills, but in between, and you're down here in a valley, you want to go on the hill of the direction you want to go. So then that way, that's why I was looking at building a portable repeater in a box that was battery powered and all that stuff, and then it was ran by one of the Raspberry Pis, and it had radio modules in it, so it could act as a repeater and everything else, and battery pack in it, so that way you could put it up on top of a hill and it would run as a repeater the whole time.
Gotcha. Okay. So when you're doing those, so the waves run pretty much in a straight line.
Correct. They just basically it's like dropping a pebble in the water. If there's anything in the way of the ripples coming out, those ripples won't go behind whatever's in the way.
Gotcha.
It's the same thing.
Understood.
So
yeah, I sat through Keith's thing, and Keith did a good job of it, but I am like, that's the one that is definitely, like you said, I know enough about foraging that I could live. If you needed me to run the communications, we're all dead, because you're good. I'm just that I've got to. That's a class that I think we definitely have to do more of, because I know, and it's not a hobby I was into when I was younger, and I know about them. Quite frankly, right now in a bad situation, 3 blocks away from me is a dude who has like a NASA setup damn near in his yard. If I needed to reach you guys, I'd probably go to his house and be like, "Hey, Al, I got to reach somebody."
The only problem is right now, what frequency would you reach us on? You wouldn't know. That's where I've almost got it done. Like I said, at the last meeting we were at, we will have our standard operating procedure. At least I'll hand it over to our new head communications to have him go over and let him make any
I gotta
changes.
see if I can get some of you guys that are really into it to come over. I gotta see if my buddy will let you guys come over, because dude,
Oh,
dude,
they're a
this
blast
setup,
too. You go into somebody's house that like that's what they do and that's their hobby. You're like, oh, because
dude,
they have everything.
dude, his setup has got to be like, it's got to be 8 to 10 feet wide and about 5 feet tall.
Oh yeah, he probably was all racked in a server, like in a rack or something. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, I mean, and he's got. I'm telling you, he has. Let's see, he's got at least 6 antennas that are 40 feet plus. I know he's got ones that are on a thing that go up and down, and then he's got to have 25, 30 like 8 to 12 foot whips in his yard as well.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like, I mean, you've got to get Cancer standing in his front yard. I'm just assuming, because it's. I mean, his neighbors have to hate him. I mean, they have to, because
with those antennas that are in his yard, I can only imagine. Like here,
yeah, it's. I mean, I don't, like I said, he's an older guy, and he's been doing it, like, I mean, he was into it when he joined, the military when he was 18, and he's got to be almost 70 by now. So he's been doing it, radios and stuff since he was pretty much 18, 19 years old.
yeah.
And yeah, when he talks to you, it's like, dude, I don't know, is that English?
Here's a good one right here. Actually, it'll take you about 15 seconds to see it on what YouTube or Facebook still hasn't shown it
on
yet.
Facebook,
So
yeah.
give it a minute here. But
Okay,
yeah, it's already on
I mean,
YouTube. I can see.
I don't even know. Like I said, I don't even know what the different types of antennas do.
That one I just showed's probably just almost as good as my stream setup I'm sitting in front of right now.
Really?
Wow, Facebook is super far behind.
Oh,
there we go.
Yeah, dude. Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's like being in a pilot's chair. I mean, yeah, his thing is, and I know he was we were actually doing we were doing his bathroom upstairs, and it was like, I don't know what he was doing. It must have been skipping in between or something. But like, first there was like some dude in Chinese, then some dude in German, then some dude in Italian. I'm like, dude, I'm like, who are you calling?
Right. Well, you can only imagine. John, I just saw John say something about 5G. It's the 5G microwaves we got to be worried about.
I'm sticking with 4G, John, so don't worry.
Right. I'm going to stay there, too, for a while, see what happens. I don't know how I feel about the 5G stuff yet.
Well, I mean, isn't everything giving us cancer since, like, the, mid-'80s?
About, yeah.
So, whatever. I think, the 5G microwaves are probably the least of our worries currently.
Right.
But yeah, so I mean, so really, in reality, like, all those kind of different antennas and stuff, I mean, is it just strictly to boost the signal? I mean, what does that do?
Depending on what frequency or what bandwidth you're using, or frequency, will depend on what antenna works best. If you're running VHF, UHF, any of those, because of the fact of the way how it propagates the signal better, will depend on what antenna you're using.
So really, those antennas aren't probably for all working together. More, they're switching between maybe
whatever frequency he's on. Because I guarantee you, all those modules that you saw in that picture,
yeah.
Unless they spent, $1,000, $2,000 on one of them, it was not doing all the frequencies. And you don't want one that does all the frequencies and just have that, because if you're wanting to listen to more than one setup on a different frequency, you don't want the one radio. I mean, it could maybe listen to different types of frequencies at the same time, but then that way you can listen to all of them at the same time. All the different types, at least. So Yeah.
That probably explains he always seems like he has a lot of voices going on in his head, so that might explain a lot.
Yeah, well, he's used to talking to them all. Exactly. No, I mean
Well,
some of them guys they do like treasure hunts and stuff like that, where basically it's who can find the rarest contact. Because when you contact with somebody, you're supposed to write down like their name, where they're from, stuff like that, and get their ham radio identification. And
Okay.
so then that way, you know, some groups, I know PCAR's out of Portage County. They it's like their Portage County Ham Club.
Okay.
They're huge. They won Ham Club of the Year last year, out of all of Ohio. They'll run them where they'll just set up a spreadsheet and stuff, and people will post, you know, hey, I talked to somebody over in Japan. Hey, I talked to somebody in New Zealand or whatever.
Right.
I saw the word, a bad word, so I'm now squirreled.
It's Jane.
Oh, we can't use carrier pigeons? No,
Yes,
Jane.
we're going to eat them.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to feed us much, though. It's like ducks. Ducks don't feed you much either. They taste good.
Well, and yet that he does. I mean, like I said, yeah, he's got. I mean, I know he. Well, so he was. He retired. He's obviously retired now. He was like some kind of mechanical engineer, and his setup is like immaculate as well.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's I mean, you can tell this guy. You know, he's single.
Oh,
and there's
that's why he has the money to do it.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I believe he's been a bachelor his whole life.
Oh, okay. That explains things. So he didn't have to go through losing half his shit.
No, he skipped that. That, or he may have had a wife at one time and buried her in the backyard. I mean, that's a possibility, too. But either way, no, I don't think he's ever lost all his stuff. So,
okay.
But, yeah, I'll have to see. It'd be cool if he would. He's a pretty cool guy. Man, if we got the communications guys together, I bet everybody loved going to his place because it's a trip. Yeah. We making faces at us, Jane.
Yeah, she is.
I know she is.
Yeah, when I went to look up awesome ham radio setups, I kept putting sandwiches in the way. And I was like, no, not ham sandwiches, ham radio. So, anyways, it was really funny.
You're broke because of you, sir. Wow.
Well, yeah, I should have known better than to do things, and now I'm paying for it.
Probably. No, but you'll pay for it eventually.
Oh, I've paid for it.
Be home.
I'm still paying for it.
Oh, man.
This is why I will never get married again.
Yeah, I mean, oh, wait, I am.
Yeah, I mean, well, so you can say you'll never get married again. Because you can't.
Well, true.
Well, unless, you know. Yeah.
Well, yeah, nah.
I don't think it'd ever be legal to marry more than one person. I just don't think that'll ever happen.
I can't, I don't understand why any dude would want two wives.
Is he even still listening? Oh.
I hope he is.
Oh, no, he's probably like, these MFers, I'm out of here.
No, he's going to come on now.
Yeah. Just because.
Oh, think you're funny, huh?
Oh, goodness gracious. Also, alimony. Yeah, alimony will do it.
There is that.
That's what's killing me now.
Rod came in with the wow. Yeah, I went there, Mikey. I sure did.
Uh-oh. We're simmering down, huh? No, we're not.
No, we're winding down, but we're not going to simmer down.
Nah.
That's for sure. But
no, we haven't even done anything to question if Facebook's still running or not. There hasn't been any ammo, no knives.
No. Our resident guy isn't here to do that.
No.
So. He is right. Nobody wants two husbands either.
Oh.
I can believe that. I can believe that.
Oh, that's not nice.
I mean, it just seems like a lot of work. I'm just saying, a
Yeah,
lot
it
of.
probably is.
But they will both get you. Oh no, I wasn't saying anything bad about them.
No, it's not
No, no.
bad of
I mean,
them.
their choice of guy maybe, but
Oh, oh, his ears have got to be ringing hard right now.
yeah. Wait, yeah, I got my phone turned off. We're good.
My ringer's off, so I won't notice anything. Jane could have sent me like 6 messages like F off, blah, 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 and I wouldn't have known a thing. Yeah, no messages.
No, we're good. We're good. No, they're probably on Discord. I don't have that up either. So.
Nope. Yeah, that one. Well, my Discord's open, but I can't see anything because there's so many things open right now. So
Yeah, that's another. See, that's another thing with even what you do with that behind the scene, and that Tommy's learning to do. That's tough to do.
the pre-production, you can get pretty wild with it. Just stupid little things like the man in the chair, the popcorn thing. Yeah, it's just stupid little things like that you can throw together.
Right.
And
well, and that's what's so cool. I think Major League Liberty. I don't know if you've ever watched them. They're basically the SoCo Patriots and out of Colorado.
Yeah.
Their show. Yeah, they finally got basically a producer.
Yeah.
And man, you can tell how much easier their show runs with a guy that's behind the scenes that you don't see most of the time.
Yeah.
Doing all this stuff. That makes life obviously a lot easier.
Well, and it does, because then the people that are up front talking, like for me, you'll see I'll like squirrel out, and it's not that I'm squirreling out, it's I'm like trying to change something, do something. Like when you were talking earlier, pulling up the picture for the ham radio setup. If there's a guy or girl in the background, I'll be politically correct here.
True. Don't assume.
Don't assume. It helps a lot more because you can stay focused on the conversation and stay involved and think more of what you want to talk about in the conversation than, I got to pull up this picture. They're talking. Wait, what did they say? Oh, wow.
Which I guess that's what makes Sundays easier when there's three of us, because you can do that when Jacob and I are kind of engaging and stuff. That makes it a little easier rather than, those moments where like, hold on a minute.
Yeah. Oh God, let me show you this. Hang on.
Yeah,
I can do it. And then say, hey, let me show you this. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Allegedly, the next person that breaks into my garage is going to regret it. Uh-oh.
Who? What?
Mike Palmer said, ain't nobody getting half my stuff. Allegedly, the next person that breaks into my garage is going to regret it.
Wow.
Nice. I don't know. Yeah, no, half my stuff didn't go because somebody broke into my garage.
No.
I signed a piece of paper.
He let her in.
Yeah. Signed a piece of paper.
Oh man, brutal.
Yeah.
But I think we've carried this on pretty
55
good.
minutes. We've done pretty good for two of us, and not much to really go on in this week, but bug out bags and stuff. Which has anybody used these? I think Heather used them, and I know Heather's on now. I saw her. They're the bands for the DEET-free, long-lasting bug bands. They basically look like the key things that like nurses wear around their wrists. And I still have mine. I haven't opened it yet because I keep just spraying the big old, 98% DEET stuff on me.
Yeah. The stuff that makes your skin melt.
Yeah. Or it sizzles for a minute, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, does keep the bugs off, however.
Oh, it does. It did when we sprayed the DEET on us last weekend. I only had a couple like little issues, and now you guys call me dumbass. I see how it is. I admit it, I was.
Yeah, it happens.
No, so I mean that was just Anyways, I saw it and I couldn't remember if any of them worked or not. So,
that's one I've got. That's something I gotta try because I've got a box of that stuff too, like mosquito and repellents and stuff. And I don't know. I don't even know if any of them
that one where it heats that disc or the little thing that I've seen people carry, and it smokes just a little bit. Bugs don't want cancer either.
Oh, so see, if I have 5G, it'll keep the bugs away too.
It'll keep every living thing away. The best on earth. Wait, that band is the best thing ever? Are you kidding me? I haven't used it. Or the Deet's the best thing ever. Oh yeah, no, Mikey Red said Deet. What's that? Heather said the best thing on earth. Okay, context.
Yeah, well, see, that's so like we have a little lake by us, and when the mosquitoes get bad, man, dude, we have like bathed in DEET, and it's like it's an attractant.
Oh, really?
I mean, I'm kidding.
So does anything work?
Oh, dude, we tried to go fishing there at dusk, at Punderson, right down the street from me.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell those mosquitoes drink or eat down there, but I don't care what you put on or what you're wearing, they don't care. It is, I mean, we lasted 10 minutes maybe max.
No.
And we were spraying like layers on. I mean, I had like foam on me. I was spraying it so heavy. And they were like landing on it and dancing in the crap.
They were bathing in it and like, sucker, watch this.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Oh, boy.
So that's what I got to find. That's going to be like my testing ground this year for a few new products because they're awful down there. Awful.
I'll have to figure that out.
Just bring me around. They won't bother you at all.
I'll bring this.
Well, you have that effect on a lot of things, Jane.
Oh. Oh, boy. I'm in trouble for laughing at that one.
Look at what time it is.
Yep, it's almost Game of Thrones times. So... Even though I won't watch it for another hour.
A little Game of Thrones next time I see her. I better watch.
Will happen to you what happened to a character last week. Somebody got beheaded last week. I won't say who. But anyways.
Well, it's bound to happen one of these weekends.
Right. But anyways, yeah, I think we've hit.
I think we're good, man.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for watching. HeartlandDefenders.com. Go there. We've got t-shirts. We've got decals. You'll want to put them on your car and on your thing and wear your t-shirts. James keeps stealing mine. She'll tell you.
And if you got a car you can put them on laptops. You can put them on iPads. I mean, you can put them on just about anything.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Anything flat surface. Uh-oh. Keep it up. Uh-oh.
You know I will, Jane. You know I will.
But yeah, HeartlandDefenders.com, Heartland Defenders on Facebook and YouTube. You can find us there. I know we're on Twitter somewhere as well. Heartland Defenders, right?
I'm still working on it. Yeah, we're there, but we're not very active.
Okay.
I'm working on it.
So keep an eye on us on Facebook then.
Yeah, for sure.
Go to motherallrallies.com. Definitely check that out. If you can't make it to the event in September, think about maybe donating some money. I know he did a big donation push recently, made a bit of money to help, but all the money that goes to it's going to help for the event and only the event. He stops it when he makes enough money.
Once he reaches what he needs, he shuts it off. So, so it's not like he's doing it to make money. It's strictly to put on the event. That's all he looks for.
Right. And the event's amazing. The amount of people from all over the United States that come, you can hear how people on the West Coast are dealing with their problems, south, north, east, every direction. I mean,
it's awesome.
It's amazing.
And the best part is you can come hang out with us.
Oh yeah, we'll be there. You'll see us. We'll have a tent. We'll have, people will be doing security for the stage. So yeah, definitely you'll see us there. You'll definitely see the two of us and the one missing one.
The missing link.
The missing link. And then and then we have like the Bowling Green event we'll be at. We'll put that
definitely pay attention to our Facebook page. We're going to be putting a lot more events, so you guys can come, find us, come see us, talk to us. So we're going to get a lot more of those events on our Facebook page, so you guys can come check us out.
Right. So Thank you guys for watching. I know we've kept some of you over. You're freaking out because Game of Thrones is going to start in less than 60 seconds.
Appreciate it.
So thank you, Mike, for your time again.
Hey, thank you, Jeremy.
And we will see you guys next Sunday. Have a good one. Uh-oh.